guys, welcome back to Chillin' and
Chismeando.
I'm Yaya.
And I'm Bee.
And this is episode 8.
Looking for 8.
So I haven't spoke to you in like a week, right?
It's been
week.
3
2
weeks.
3, you're right.
Yeah, because it was the week of you went to Cancun, but it was like 2 weeks almost.
Yeah.
I'm like, even so, it was like, they're still there? I'm like, God damn.
Oh my God, there's so much cheese mail about that. I'll get into that in a minute.
Oh.
But I haven't spoken to you in a minute. I think we've been here and there on Instagram. Oh, it's just so much to tell. Okay. So
I'm ready for it.
So Cancun was absolutely great, B. I want to say that I found peace. I think it was a place that I needed to go to get away from everybody. So let me just start off by saying I feel like I wasn't meant to go. I wasn't supposed to go, but by the good of God's grace, I was allowed to go. I didn't have money to go. You already know, like, we were on a tight budget.
Yeah.
It's been a trip that's been planned for a while now. So I was like, okay, let's get there. We get there Saturday. I didn't have money. And all of a sudden, people that I lend money to like months ago were like, hey, check it out. I just got money back. I'm going to sell it to you. So I was like, oh, like, I don't know. I felt really blessed because I was like, damn, God's really looking out because I didn't have nothing to spend. So when I got there, I swear, like, I had $800 ready to spend over there. Yeah, so it was just, it was great. Now, let me tell you what had happened. And I already got permission to tell this story.
Oh, my God. Just so y'all know, disclaimer.
Guys, it is not a joke whatsoever that the cops out there are crooked. Like, do not mess with them whatsoever. We get there. It's me, my cousin, Diego, which you've already met, Lily and her brother. So we get there and we're having a great time. You know, my parents are with us and then my tia Alma is also with us. But, you know, the younger crew was like, hey, let's go out. It's Saturday night. No, Friday night. We get there Friday night. We had an Airbnb before we could get to our actual hotels, right? And we're like, okay, let's go out. So we go out. It's me, Diego, Lily, and her brother. And we go to this club called Once Once.
Okay.
The first rule about going to Mexico, you never tell anybody or show that you have cash. Yeah.
They have cash.
Yeah, yeah. Or, you know, that you're from the States because they know, like, okay, you're made out of money.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm in there. I don't even know exactly what's going on because I'm just having the time of my life. But it turns out that I guess my Lily Billy got a table. So we get there, we sit at the table, like, I'm like, oh, so we're VIP because obviously it's cheaper here than it's here. Oh, I mean, over there than here.
Yeah.
So we're VIP. Everybody's like, dang, you know, everybody, you know, obviously.
Okay, hot girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So drinks are being poured and fire, like they had like those little, ¿cómo se dicen? Like fire crackers. I don't know.
The little
lights
or
whatever.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Pretty much telling the world like, hey, check them out, you know.
They have money.
Yeah. So as the night goes on, you see a lot of people coming to our table. You see people are just drinking out of our bottles. You know, I tell Lily, like, I will say Once Once has the best wings I've ever tried. And I tell Lily, dude, I really want some wings. And they're like, oh, I will order you another plate. So Lily orders me another plate. I don't even get to the second plate because everybody's a vulture there. Like, as soon as the
people
plate
that you
hits,
don't know,
people I don't know are just eating out of our table.
Are they able to do that?
Well, I guess so, they didn't care. So, as the night goes by, we end up getting. So it's like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. I think it was 4 o'clock in the morning, where it's time to
Go.
pay and everything. They end up separating us. And one tried to charge me $800. The other one tried to charge Lily an amount. I don't remember the amount. Her brother was also being charged. And then they ended up charging my cousin 8,000 pesos, which is like I think 354. I don't know exact amount, but it's about that. So I felt like we were getting robbed. And because no, everybody was separated. We were all fighting. They ended up kicking everybody out. So they kicked me out. Actually, Lily's brother came and got me because they separated us and he grabbed me. And he
y'all were fighting each other?
No, not each other, but like the club members.
Oh.
So it got so crazy that I'm looking out. I get thrown outside with Lily, but I didn't know. So when I turn around, Lily's because they have this giant gate. And Lily's literally like, let me back in. I felt it was just so crazy. It was one of those things where it was like quick. Like it happened so quick. Her brother is being detained by the police. He's on the floor already. Like, yeah.
What is
Lily's like on the gate, you know, and I'm like thinking like, we cannot make a scene. The police are here. The one thing I've learned, do not mess with the law over there.
Yeah.
I do not play with the law over there, especially over there. I'm sorry, not sorry. We are American citizens. In people's eyes, we are Mexican, but over there, we are not. That's not our territory area, so do not play with them. So Lily is out there not giving a rat's ass. She wants to know, like, hey, you know, they try to rob me. It doesn't, I don't know this until later the night, but there was a cop woman telling Lily, you need to settle down before I arrest you. She tells me this. She's like, settle down your girl or you're both going to be detained. And, you know, and I'm like, at this point, I get at Lily and like, I have never yelled at one of my homegirls ever in my life. I don't think any homegirl has really seen me so angry. Well, Lily got that piece of action Saturday night. And I pretty much told her like, bitch, shut the fuck, like, get your ass in the car. I don't got time for this. Yeah. You want to, like, we are not in the States. Yeah. We can go missing. Like, shut up. So, Lily just, it wasn't until I realized, like, when Lily starts taking out her phone to record the officer's mood completely changes. Like she knew she was in the wrong. She knew that how she was speaking to Lily, how she was handling the situation. She knew, like, oh, damn, I'm being recorded. Let me behave now. Because she wasn't treating my girl right either. But I don't care if we were in the right. I don't care if we were in the wrong.
Exactly. I was about to say.
You don't mess with him.
You get out of there ASAP. You disappear, you may not come back.
Yeah. Yeah. So, unfortunately, they did take her brother. Yeah. So, they took her brother, and I literally just get annoyed. I pick Lily up because she's a small thing. And obviously, she's not going to fight me because we're girls. So I pick her up and I take her to the car and I'm telling her, like, you need to calm down. Like, we need to figure out where your brother's going. And only because her iPhone, you know, she has his location. That's the only way we found him, because of his location. So we get there and I tell Lily, you need to stay quiet, you know, stay in the car. She finally passes out. So me and my cousin are dealing with the police, like, hey, can you please just let him go? Like, and the police says, well, if you want us to let him go, like, you need to give us 5,000 pesos, which I think that's $350 in American dollars. And I'm just like, why do I need to give you $5? It's because he caused a ruckus and, you know, for my people to be able, no, they just wanted to get paid. You know, they knew that we weren't from there and that was easy money. So again, I'm not going to argue with them. I was like, okay, you know what? Here, let me go back to the hotel, go get the money, and then come back and we just get him out. I will never forget the minute he comes out, his lip is like busted. Like, they beat the shit out of him in there. They completely hanged him. Like, pobrecito, like, he was hanged. You know, as you guys, it is not a joke. Mexican police, they do not give
They don't
a
care.
shit.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm so shocked.
Of course.
And this is day one.
Day one. Yeah. Of course they're acting like, and this is how they tell me, like, he was being a little rowdy. We had to, like, detain him. We had to put him in his place. And it's like, no, that wasn't the case. Like, let's be real. Like, you guys beat the crap out of him. But guys, again, if you're going to TJ, wherever you go, once you cross that border, do not mess with the police. I don't care how strong you are, and this is the conversation I had with Lily and her brother. I don't care if you think you're tough, this and that,
what you know and what
you know. You know, I've even had a conversation with. So I remember when we went to Rosarito, and there's a border. There's a what's it called? A point where they check you and all that stuff. You know, I know Saul was tough. I know he is. And there was a point where he was kind of giving an attitude to the police. And I told Saul, I was like, I will leave your ass here. Like, I do not fuck with them. Yeah. I will leave your ass here. And of course, he was behaved. He was like, all right, whatever. You know, I'm just going to let them be.
Listen.
Yeah, Saul did say, like, dude, you know, you just really want to steal from me. Yeah, so, you know, Saul pretty much went straight forward and told him, like, I know what you guys are trying to do. And again, gracias a Dios, like, they're like, okay, no, just go. So we left. Anyways, that's a whole other topic. So we're we're in Cancun. I felt so bad because our brother was bruised up. I was still heated of the situation, and I was trying to explain her brother, which probably wasn't the best time, but I was like, you guys, we are not in the States. We're American citizens. Yes, you guys are Mexican. We're Mexican American, but they can sense it. Like, they know, we're not from here.
Yeah.
Even my cousin has said to, like, Lily, like, because my Spanish is all right. Lily's is, like, on
Perfect.
point, and her brother. But even my cousin who lives in Mexicali, like, tells Lily, like, you still have an accent. Like, I can hear it in your
really?
voice. Yeah. Yeah. So you can't just say, like, I'm from here. Yeah. No, they know. And it's true. They do know. So anyways, that was our first night. My parents came and got us, and, it was just a huge disasterness. Thank God I could say, because my dad was saying, like, a lot of people think that this is not a serious thing, but it is. Like, you can go missing, like the police or,
yes, you don't know who they know.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So as we're there, we get to meet Lily's cousin, and he was cool, him and his girl, and they were saying, like, Cancun is not how it was back in the day. Like, I don't know if the mafia is trying to control that anymore, but the government is really trying to make it a safe place, because once you lose the tourists there, like, you're losing money.
I know. I've always been taught that if you go to Cancun or Cabo and you go to a resort, just stay at the resort. Yeah. I've always learned that. I don't like, if I would have gone with you guys, I would not have gone to the club. I'll be with whoever your mom's at.
Yeah, no, I mean,
bye. I'm like, okay, you guys have a great time, because I've learned.
You know what? No, I feel like next time, though, I think I'm going to stay in the resort, because I guess there was an incident in one of the main resorts that now they have, like, gunmen's there. Like, you don't place this area. Yeah, they're serious. They're like, it's just been a little tougher, but now, like, security is on lock. And it's true, because when I went to the resort that my parents have over there, there wasn't certain things that when I went, there wasn't so much, like, stuff you had to go through. And now there is. Like, it's, like, well-known, protected. Like, you cannot just come in here and be like whatever. So, which it made me feel kind of better, because it's like, that thing is locked down. Like, don't even try it.
No, I went to Cancun before, and we just stayed at the resort. And I mean, we did, like, excursions where, like, zip lining, but we got took on a bus, and then everybody went together, and then they came back. It wasn't like we all just took a taxi and just, like, went somewhere. No, like, hell no.
And even he said that too. Like, Lily's primo was like, you can't even trust the taxis, because there's people that are like,
they'll just kidnap you.
They'll kidnap you, because they're not even taxis. They, like, put their car to look like a taxi, and then they'll just take you, and you're done, and that's that. Like,
and I love Mexico, but I have been taught, and my dad even said, like, I even told my dad, like, I won't go to Mexico without my dad. I just went out. And my dad's from Mexico and grew up in Mexico, but he himself has said, like, you can't trust anybody. Yeah. And he's given money to the cops to, like, let him go with certain things. Yeah. And the cops are like, all right.
Yeah, that's how my dad is. Like, he knows how it works.
Exactly. The old heads do.
Yeah. Yeah. So I've just learned, like, the next time I'm going, I'm gonna stay in the resort.
That's all you need. The resort
all inclusive. Go to, like, to like the places that you say, like, Escare or whatever. Like, I will go there. But other than that, like, you're right. There's no need for us to go to the club. Like, it ain't worth it for one night of fun.
No, it ain't. And then, did y'all end up paying the club bill or no?
No, my bank shut it down. Yes. Yeah, they were like, this is weird. She doesn't.
No, it's fraud.
She don't got money. Like, she's a square. She don't go out. Like,
I know, right?
She a chump. I know.
I know.
So they, like, close it all down, but it sucked because they closed my bank account down. Like, I didn't have money to spend. So I had to call them. I'm like, hey, check it out. I'm in Cancun. Like, oh, Miss Rodriguez, we saw that you were in a club at 11:11. We closed it down because we weren't sure. And I'm like, oh, no, I wasn't there. Like,
I know. No, someone took my card while I was here.
Yeah. So I'm just like, no, but I'm grateful that they shut it down. Because they were trying to charge me $800 plus another $800 plus $500. Yeah. Like, what? Yeah, it got real intense. And so they told me, like, okay, any place that you go, just call us at this direct number, and then we'll open up your account. You spend it, and then we close it back until you come back, and then we get your card ready to go. Yeah, so it was good. Now, I will say this. When I went to Cancun, I was so pissed because I went to Escare, and I had damaged my phone. I guess water went inside of it that, and it just sucked me because I just spent money on this phone.
I know.
So I was out there like kind of getting angry with God. Like, why are you putting me in this position where
you're out of the country on a trip on the beginning of a 10-day trip, girl, which by the way, that's a long ass time for Cancun. That's a long ass time, girl. I would have been like,
oh my gosh, that's what Lily told me at the end. She's like, damn, that was a long time we were in there for.
No, even so, I was like, damn, they're still in Cancun. I'm like, yes, they're still there. I don't know. I feel like I'm wasting money, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I check my bank account. Like, I don't know.
So I was upset because I didn't have a phone, and I realized though, instead of thinking it as a negative way, I kind of had a moment with God, and I was like, you know what? I am truly sorry that I put a lot of blame on you. If you don't want me for my phone, then that's that. And I realized like I didn't need my phone because I was on social media. I was I was up to see what everybody was doing. But I realized like I'm in Cancun.
You're in paradise.
What are you doing?
Yeah, so people are watching you.
Yeah, like I got to like enjoy the nature. I was out there at the gym still running. I was swimming. I was enjoying my drinks, my mojitos, my enchiladas. Like I was having a really good time. When you take a cell phone out, you really enjoy life. And that's what I felt like God was trying to do. Like, stop with the phone. We'll worry about that later. Really enjoy while you're here. So, I just felt like it's crazy, but I really felt like I was one with God, like, to clear my mind. And I got so much peace throughout the whole year of going through my shenanigans. That week, the day that I got my phone taken away was actual peace throughout the whole week. So when I finally came back, I tell Lily like, yo, like my phone's broken, and she's like, what do you mean? Like, so I tell Lily like, yeah, because she went to another resort too. Her mom has like a resort in Escaret. Ours is called Vidanta and hers is Escaret. So her mom booked her for like 2 days. So Lily and me separated for 2 days. Yeah. So she was out on her own thing. And then we saw each other again. And she has all-inclusive like meals and drinks. And then she got us hooked up on the free drinks. So we were having all a good time. Yeah. So it was just a good time. I don't know. I can't explain it. After my phone was taken away, I really did.
You're like,
Yeah. So...
Oh my God.
After that happened, I can honestly say like the rest of the journey, me and Lily, we had a great time. Like even when I told her,
at least it was worth it.
Yeah, dude, when you were gone for those 2 days, tell me why I missed you so much. Like, cause sleeping next to her, like
stop.
The boys were in one room and we were in the other room, but she really was my roommate for that time being. And I was like, I really did miss you. It's like, yeah, same. So we finally came back. And, I was telling Lily this. Tell me why, thank you to my soul sister, she hooks it up.
Yeah.
We go to her T-Mobile and they gave me a phone. Like I just paid like, I think $70 for taxes. And I'm actually going to pay cheaper of what I paid for.
Yeah.
It's going to be like $40 and some change every month.
Wow.
Yeah, so I really felt like, damn, God really blessed me and told me to shut up and like just deal with it and boom.
And enjoy.
Yeah. Oh, speaking about that, I got you something.
You got me something and you're at negative? No, just kidding.
Negative count.
Let me see what is.
Okay, it's an inside joke. I don't know. I'm not going to really say the inside joke. You're going to get it once you see it. But the turtle represents soul.
Oh my God. It is soul. This is so cute.
Yeah, so.
And
She got it. Sorry, it's an inside joke.
It's me and Soul. Oh my! I am dead. I'm gonna wear it right now.
You should.
Soul's gonna die of laughter. I was like, "Where's me though?" And I see it. I'm like, "Oh my God!" He calls me this every day.
I know. That's why I saw it. Like that's perfect. That's perfect. Yeah. Sorry, Sal. I didn't get you nothing because I was really on negative.
Oh my baby!
But he's on there. He's on there.
Oh my.
And I felt so bad because I took a lot of turtle pictures. These turtles are massive, but because my phone doesn't work, none of those pictures were saved. And I was like, well, sorry. Like,
what point of the trip did your phone stop working? Was it day 1 as well?
It was day 3. My God. Yeah. Yep.
It's like boom, boom,
and
knock her down,
yep.
knock her down. No, yeah. Well, and do you feel rested?
Yeah, I mean, yes and no, because we were up and down doing activities. But I'm glad you like it. You're over here.
Thank you so much. This is so cute. I am still laughing. was like, I don't get the inside joke. I don't get it. And I'm like, oh my God.
So y'all are gonna be laughing about it.
Oh my God, I love it. I thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Did you get anything? No. Okay.
No, he did. He got a.
You did.
It's a jaguar.
So you're a cat guy.
So I got all my brothers and my sister a jaguar because they're very supportive on my book, and so I was like, here, you guys pushed me to keep going further on it. Aww. So yeah, that was my messiness in Cancun.
Oh my God.
It's definitely a story we'll have forever. There's a lot more details, but I can't remember at the time. So I'm pretty sure when Lily comes, she'll
tell you more.
Yeah,
she'll tell us more.
Yeah, her point of view.
Oh my God, yeah, I can't believe it. So according to Instagram, y'all look like y'all had an amazing time.
It's just the first night we had trouble, but the rest of the week we were good.
After that one piece of drama, it's like, let's just chill the rest of the time.
Yeah. We did go out again on our last night. But I didn't know that I guess my place, like the Vidanta, they do have taxis and they know like, okay, you want to get dropped off, we have to make sure that you come back with us. So they're very secure about that. Good. So they did take us to like Playa de Carmen, which is like a popping place, and it's really fun.
I keep hearing good things about that.
Yeah, it's super fun. That's where like Coco Bongo and all of that places are, and we went to go check it out. There's a lot of tourists there, so you did feel more comfortable because there's a lot of people there. So it was fun.
That's cool.
So yeah.
Well, I didn't go to Cancun. I know I was supposed to go, but I guess I've just been busy, obviously, back to back. But funny thing is, before we did the record the video, or this last episode, I had a couple of listeners who have been listening to the podcast, and they're like, "Oh, I know. I won't say his real name. We already come up with a fake name, Barlos."
Okay.
His name is Barlos and Bandrew. And I went to Tacos and Tequila, the festival or whatever it is. And he was like, oh, I've been listening to you guys' podcast. Like I work early in the morning and I get tired of listening to music over and over again. So he
switches it up.
Yeah, he switches it up. And he's like, I found out about your podcast and, I'm just, listening and learning about a lot of things. And I know that you can't go to Cancun this week. And I'm like, I was like, oh my God. So I just want to give him a little shout out because he'll be listening. But I told him I won't be able to give him a shout out until,
the following,
like 2 weeks later. So now we officially will. So yeah, he loves it. And he loves Saul so much that sometimes they spoon together.
Oh, okay. So the bromance is real.
Yeah, they really love each other.
That's good.
So his name is Barlos. Okay? So remember that. So just a little shout out. Appreciate you listening.
Thanks, Barlos. We appreciate it.
So, and then who else? My suegra. She also too. She's a listener
Mama
too.
D. Okay.
And she keeps congratulating us and telling us that, oh, you guys are doing great on the podcast, and I love it. And that she's been listening, and so I just want to give her a shout out. I
feel like we've have a lot of supporters.
A lot.
Yeah, I didn't realize how much. Oh, I actually want to give out to. I don't know if you remember me talking about Alex. He listens to us too.
Yes.
He just got married recently, so I just want to throw that out there. Congrats, my boy, to you and your wife. I saw the pictures and y'all looked amazing, by the way. So
that's so nice. Yeah. Congrats.
So yeah, we do have a lot of positive supporters. I'm like, it's slowly growing. So I'm excited, we're finally getting the hang of it.
Yeah, I know. Right? Finally, we're not messing up, but. I feel like there's different pockets of friends I'm involved with, and some of them are like listening to the podcast. I'm like, oh, I guess I got to watch what I say this time. I got to make sure I got
to. My bad.
But I just wanted to say those shout outs because, I really appreciate people who listen in, and hopefully you guys are entertained and listen to our achievement each week.
Honestly, like I can't wait. So I was telling Bee that actually we were supposed to have. It's because it was requested. So we're supposed to talk about mental health. We're not going to do it this week.
Yeah.
We're going to do it next week because I just ordered a mic. But we're going to have 2 people here, which I'm excited because it's going to be Saul. I already asked his permission. He's like, he's down. We just need to figure out a date. And then Lily. I think mental health is a very important thing to talk about just because I went through it. And then I think at one point you went through it. So finally, he's in a better position than he was many years ago. And then Lily, she's going through, getting herself in a better spot too.
Yeah.
So we were actually going to do it this week, but just because I didn't have the fourth mic, I didn't want to rush it. I really want to talk about it. And especially like in a Hispanic home, that's not allowed. Like,
right. That's taboo, or like it's not talked about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for next week's episode. 'Cause if everything goes well, we'll have that conversation.
Yeah,
And
we have two guests this time, and we just
one.
did one, and now like damn, we put it all in.
Right. So
just give it all those. Right in. double thing. Anyways.
So yeah, but you've been growing.
Yeah, I've been busy, and you know, a lot of opportunities are coming my way, and thank you God, and things that, you know, I didn't expect things to happen so fast. So just keep me in your prayers, guys. Give us some of your positive vibes.
Yeah, I think that's important. Let's talk about that, because again, I'm gonna talk more about it next episode, but I just want to give a little flavor now. So I've been noticing, you know, because I'm very observant, that a lot of people I've noticed in my circle. I won't say for all, but everybody is somewhat depressed, have anxiety, panic attacks, like,
or do something.
Yeah, something. And I don't know if it's more increased now because social media is given to us than back in the day.
Yes.
But like just me talking to my cousins or just like friends and this and that, like I've noticed that everybody they all run to like alcohol, like sex, women, us women too. Like we'll go and find men for attention or partying and this and that. And I just realized like that's not healthy, guys. Like, and when I went to Cancun and, you know, I came back, I feel like there's this peace, and I'm not going to allow anyone to take that peace from me, you know? So if you are really being negative, I just don't want to be part of that. Like, I want nothing to do with it. It's great because ever since Sound Guy came back, like, we have been jogging 2 miles, 1 to 2 miles a day, B. Swear.
I hate you.
Yes. I've started Wednesday because he pushed me to it, but he's been like Forrest Gump over there. Like,
I just kept running.
That's you. Think about it. Y'all done to do half a marathon.
Half a marathon?
What's half a marathon? How many miles? 13 miles.
Oh, Lord. No, thank you.
When is it?
Well, I want to do a marathon in a couple months, but I'm saying we can all prepare for half a marathon.
I'm down.
Take pictures, put on.
You're going to have to, but you have to like slowly get yourself there, no? Because if you do it, B, you're going to.
As long as, I mean, you guys don't wait for me, because I'm always been the person that's always in the back.
No,
so
same.
I run like this.
Yeah, we've been running. I've been running. We ran about 2 miles yesterday and we walked a mile.
Which, by the way, I'm sorry, we should do a Chillin' Chismeando run. Where it's like we do an event and encourage people to just join us. And if it's just us, it's just us.
I like that.
You know, and just say, train with us.
We'll let you lead it because
Sound Guy.
He's going to leave us. So we're like...
You're a water guy. So you got to make sure you come back.
No, H2. No, he does. So we went running yesterday, right? And he's like, I'll be back for you. And he comes back and he's like, yeah, I'm like, oh my God. But yeah, I'm very grateful that, you know, running does help, you know.
Clear your mind.
Yeah, it clears my mind. I've been working out. I've been in the gym for almost a month now.
What?
Yeah, it's 3 days out of the week, but it's been more because he came back. So he's, thanks, you know. So
yes, girl. It's time.
Come on. But I'm saying, like, don't put yourself in all these other things when you can use it. Like, for me personally, find your peace. Go get yourself a good church. And I mean a church that you're not going to sleep in. Like, something that's going to speak your heart.
Yeah.
Go work out. Go be productive. Start giving positive vibes, you know, because then everything else is going to come in. I'm telling you, like, I have not let nobody disturb my peace. I don't care if you're my brothers. I don't care if you're my baby daddy. Like, no
your podcast partner.
Partner, sorry, not sorry. Do not disturb the peace. And I've been really good for 2 weeks right now. And I think we're going to hit the gym after. Oh, actually, no. I'm going to go get my lashes done. Oh, he's all upset. I can drop you off, though. So, it's just been really good, guys. I encourage everybody, neta, like I encourage y'all to get closer to God. I know it sounds cliche, but I just feel like for me personally and just people around me that I've been seeing, like God is really bringing peace, and I feel like he's been in our household for a minute now that it's like, damn, like why am I fighting it? It's just I feel so good. I feel so good. I'm sorry, I just had to go. Thank you. Gracias.
No, look at the growth. I mean, it goes from you want to do self-care, which is great, but you gotta find that within. And I think that's what Saul was trying to tell a while back. Like, it needs to be you, your happiness, not like, oh, I got wax, or I got this, I got that. You know what I mean? Which, if that's your piece too. Like, that it doesn't matter. But if you still feel like there's something missing, like,
and I appreciate him too, because I felt like he was really trying to tell me. And I was like, bro,
shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
Like, but no, guys, I encourage that on you. That's pretty much it with me. I don't really.
That's it.
So I do have a topic. We are going to talk about. Am I the asshole? I don't know if you've ever heard.
Yes, she is the asshole.
Guilty. So they're pretty much topics of people that write on the internet, and I'm gonna go ahead and read them.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to be the devil's advocate, or if we agree, we agree. If we disagree, then we disagree.
Yeah, I'll try my hardest to be the devil's advocate, but if I, you know how I am.
I get you. Okay, here we go. Am I the asshole for blowing up at my sister? I, 18 female, and my sister, 15 female, are very close and rarely fight. My sister has some anger issues, and we think she's autistic. Our therapist is fairly sure too, but it's nearly impossible to get a diagnosis of you not a young child. I say this to hopefully give my sister perspective a little bit. But into the issue, our mom laid down beside her one afternoon on her bed to talk and hang out. My sister, however, was having none of it. And was trying to push her off the bed and ended up kicking her really hard in the shoulder, leaning to cause our mom to be in a terrible pain, and cried. My sister did not apologize or even looked at her, while me and my stepdad were trying to get her to get up and take her to the room to rest. I then went out to the store with my stepdad to get her some medicine and snacks. We were gone for about 30 minutes, and when we came back, I asked my mom if she apologized. My mom said no, that she, in fact, ignored her while she was gone. My mom was really hurt by this, so I went to my sister's room to ask her to apologize. Out of everyone in the house, she responded to me the best in this situation. I asked her to apologize, and she got at it with everyone in the house, telling me how it wasn't her fault our mom got hurt, and how it was hers for even trying to touch her in the first place. Our mom wanting to give her a hug. So she said that she thought she had nothing to apologize for. I was flabbergasted. I was trying to explain it was no one's fault. It was just an accident, but it would still help if everyone apologized. But she said it was our mom's fault. So I snapped and said I couldn't believe she even said that, and I stormed out of the room. Obviously, the parents got involved, and it became a screaming match between my stepdad and sister. So am I the asshole for blowing up at my sister and leading them into the big fight?
No. No.
Okay, first of all, this would never happen in a Hispanic home.
I was about to
my
say,
ass would have been whooped.
Yeah,
like,
my mom would break my ankle.
Like,
with her shoulder.
The fact that you pushed, like, because she says she pushed her mom off the bed. My mom would have whooped my ass. Like, we don't play that kind of game. So, again, this is a different culture.
Okay, Ashley. No, hell no. Sorry. No, first of all, I remember one time I said, whatever, mom. I just said that. That's not even a cuss word. And my mom backhanded me.
I'm telling you.
And then guess what I did?
What?
Absolutely nothing.
Right.
Because I would get my ass whooped continuously.
Sound kind of like you wanted to say something. You good?
No. Who's the asshole? The sister?
No, honestly, I think that she, it's different though, because, also she mentioned the sister has autism, right? So.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
You know, you have to kind of be a little more delicate on that.
But
and,
see,
come on.
That's
it's
right.
not a bad thing to have boundaries, guys. Yes,
no, I'm
you grew up in a
sorry.
Mexican
See,
household.
we're making excuses now.
He's the devil's advocate.
Yeah, you
Okay, you know what? That's perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is
Yeah.
perfect.
Y'all
Get out of
already
here,
got that
right?
call from me?
Turn off his mic.
Autistic. So no, that right there, autistic. Yes. What?
You're
She's
right.
15 years old. She's 15 years old.
No, that's a good point, though.
You can always have a difficult sibling as well, like
Because it's like,
What are you trying to say?
Nothing. It does test your patience, though. So, I mean,
look, if she's autistic, that's a pass in a way where no, get after her, discipline her, but then the physical.
But do you think that let's take it back. Let's take it back then, because obviously this is a thing now that everybody is going through. Like, oh, that autistic is something to be aware about. But back in the day, so do you think that back in the day would have been treated differently?
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, there wasn't as much awareness when it comes to kids on the spectrum or kids with personality disorders, depression, anxiety. There's a lot more awareness with those things
But
now.
do you think if that would have been handled, like, I don't know. I don't know if it's because I grew up in an old school environment it's like an ass whipping would have taken that away.
Right.
For her to even kick, like, because
my mom would be like, with the ankle.
You know what's right from wrong, even if you do have, I don't want to give that an excuse, because yes, that is something to be aware about. Like, and I'm not judging, guys. I just found out, me and my brother just found out that my son is on the spectrum of being autistic. So, that doesn't excuse my son to do certain things.
No. He can know bad from wrong, but it's the communication. It's not coming in. He's not going to understand. What did I do wrong?
So this is probably what she was saying, like, why aren't you apologizing? So maybe she should have been like, she should have tried to find a way, like, hey, check it out. This is why, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So what do you, we cool? Yeah, moving on. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I think, go ahead.
I think this whole question's kind of messed up. I mean, the question is, am I the asshole, right?
Yeah.
If you had to ask, like, how far did you push it, though? Like,
because she started the fight between.
She ignited it.
Yeah. Now the stepdad is in the mix, fighting with, not physically, but just causing.
They had a screaming match.
But it's the sister versus everyone, right? Like,
yeah, pretty much.
Violence.
My little thug. Yeah.
I don't think it's as bad as. No, I don't think you're the asshole.
You guys will get over it. Move forward. Well, let's move on. Okay, another one. Am I the asshole for taking advantage from my friend who still has a crush on me? Ooh, you already. Okay. So I am 25 mil, have a long-term friend, Max, 28 mil. We have known each other for 13 years. When Max was 18, he came out as gay and was kicked out by his parents. He moved to another state to live with his uncle. Though we still contact frequently, until he confessed to me when I was 19, I politely declined. So I guess Max had a crush on him. After that, he slowly distanced from me and we barely talked to each other until we reconnected 2 years ago. About me, I'm single father with a 4-year-old son. 1 year ago, I was fired from my job and hardly could afford to pay rent. He called me and suggested I and my child could move to his apartment until I found another job and place to live. I didn't have many options, so I agreed, but informed him. Don't get me wrong, Max is a nice person. He brought my son toys and candy, played with him when I was busy. I tried not to bother or annoying him as possible as I could and did most of the household chores. Sorry. Even after I had the new job.
Did you call me?
Sorry, guys. He convinced me to stay and pay the rent. In March, Max confessed his feelings again, and I was very surprised. For more context, back to when we were reconnected, I did ask if he still had feelings for me. He laughed and joked that I was delusional to think about that. He is kind of popular in the town where we live and has a date every weekend until now. I told him that though I'm not against the idea of dating a man. That's not spelled right. I don't want a relationship now, especially since I have a kid to raise and I see him as a good brother.
Oh,
he said I should think again and went to his room.
There we go. That was it.
Next morning, Max said I had a week to consider or find a place to move out. I tried to talk to him, but he dismissed it.
A week?
So I quit my job and moved back to my home state to live with my mom. After 2 weeks, Max texted me, said that he was sorry and wants me to move back. I was furious and blocked him. Max's friends started terrorizing my phone, said that I was a toxic abuse gold digger and many more horrible names, mainly that I caused Max to be depressed and took
Lord.
advantage of him. I don't think so, but I started to have doubts. So I wanted to ask, did I take advantage of him? Am I an asshole for it? What should I do? I'm grateful about what he has done, but I don't think our relationship can come back to normal again.
God, this is a good one. Like, ooh. My boy, you guys, this is a TV show. You guys are like on season 3, episode 4
of Love Island.
Will they or won't they? Are they going to raise this kid together?
No, honestly, like.
All right, so let's break this down. Let's dissect the problem here. So you have this gentleman, and he doesn't really give a name, but Max, he came out being that he was gay and got kicked out of his parents' house, which, pobrecito, like, you know. So he did tell him, like, hey, I had a crush on you. And then he said, I don't. So then they stopped. And then they reconnected 2 years later. But I guess homeboy over here was down in the dump. You know, he's a single father with one child. 4-year-old son, yes. And then he got let go. So as Max being a nice person, he came and helped him out. Now, you guys have to understand, in my perspective, when you're going out there to go help someone out, do not expect anything in return.
Right.
I always say this to anybody, like, even when you're borrowing money,
Exactly.
like, I know, like, when somebody comes and asks me for money, $100 bill or whatever, I don't expect that money back. Why? Because who knows? God only knows why you needed that money. Now, if you don't come and pay me back, that just shows I'm like a bank. Okay, your credit is done with me. Like, you screwed me once and that's that. I've already learned my lesson. I try to help you out, but that's not the case.
Yeah, and I agree with that 100%. My mom always taught me that too. Like, if you lend people money, just don't expect it back. Yeah. And that's just something that, you know, and if they do pay you back, then great. But just, you know, but only lend what you can. Yeah. Don't lend your last penny and expect that back.
Yes.
And I saw something online. It was like a husband and wife, and they're like, a friend of theirs asked for their money, or asked for like a loan or whatever, and they communicated and they both agreed, okay, we're not gonna loan you money, because they wanted like $500. She's like, we can give you $200, and it's not a loan. You don't have to pay us back. We can't loan you $500, but we can give you $200, and don't worry about paying it back.
Yeah, because I just feel like if you're expecting for that money, that's where the resentment comes in. That's where the anger.
You let it go.
Yeah, you start building this anger towards them, and then they end up forgetting or whatever for what.
They don't forget. They don't forget. they just can't pay you. They just can't pay you.
You sit there and you kind of like sit in the salt and just like, ese desgraciado. Like, you're out here on Instagram paying for those bottles on
Let It Go
Club and this and that. You know what I mean? So don't expect, if you're gonna help Max, if you're gonna help somebody, do not expect it. Like you don't get nothing out of it.
Yeah.
You know, you offered to help, and that's that. Which that makes you a great person. But if you really thought like, oh, there was a chance where me and him could get together, like, no, you went on your own little daydream and, you know, said, hey, this could be it. Like, so, and then for his friends to, first of all, that's loyalty right there. The friends coming at him like you that he's toxic, you're a gold digger, you're an abuser.
Oh my God.
See, there you go, Max. Keep those friends.
Oh my God.
Shame on y'all. Like,
no, but Max is over here like, hey, rent's due. Come here. Come on to my bed. Oh and my then the friends are mad.
For those who don't see us, like, for people that hear us on Spotify, Bee really does throw these reactions on here. Like, she just did a whole body movement.
I really do a full. Yeah. I'm a performance girl.
So yeah,
I perform.
So we agree on this. Sound guy, what do you think? Do you agree on that, or?
I don't know.
Is he an asshole for leading him on?
It doesn't sound like he intentionally did, but I don't know, because you were throwing bones out there.
But you know, like, he knew.
I'm not opposed to dating another man. Like,
well, see that. Oh, that's a good one, because he
left
knew.
Little nuggets, and we know when someone's into you. I'm sorry, you know when someone likes you, and you want to play into that. Like, well, I've always liked you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I guess that's what makes you an asshole.
So yeah, you kind of let him on to get what you want, but don't get shocked when that gets shut off. But hey, a week notice, asshole.
Yeah.
With a 4-year-old, a baby.
Yeah. No, you're right. When it comes to children, guys, come on.
Yeah. Sorry, Max. Max is the asshole. Max is
the asshole, and his friends as well.
Plot twist. Plot twist. Max.
What's the main guy's name? The one who wrote the letter?
He didn't say.
No? Well, Good on you, man.
Let's call him Brandon.
Brandon?
Brandon.
Oh, Brandon.
I thought you said Brandon, like random with the B.
Good job.
Am I the asshole for not letting my cousin use our Wi-Fi?
Yes. Why? Because they'll get charged more?
It depends. Is it like hard
Let's
to
see.
read or something? Is it like tucked
So
in
for
the corner?
context, my husband and I rent from my uncle's property. And since we're family, we are blessed to not have to have a super high rent. That being said, there's another rental property right next door that my uncle also owns and is currently renting out to his drug addict son, my cousin. Oh no. Now, really, I have no issue with this since he's distant cousin that I'm not really close to. And he's never caused a whole lot of issues besides fighting with his girlfriend loudly in the yard. But other than that, he has not caused any serious harm, so I was fine with it. My uncle was letting him stay there to get on his feet and recover from drugs and get a job and have a place to live, which he refuses to clean up his life and take advantage of free rent living there. Because we recently moved here, we decided to get Wi-Fi since we kind of live out in the woods and needed service. My cousin does not have Wi-Fi. So not longer after that we got it. He comes over and he asks to use the password so he can download some stuff real quick since his phone data got cut off. My husband, who answered the door, gave him the password, but when he told me about it, it made me uncomfortable lending out the password to him because he's pretty awful. He's a pretty awful person.
Yeah.
And personally, I didn't feel comfortable with him having constant access to the Wi-Fi. It's one thing to use it for a few hours, but to have it constant access to it when he's not paying the bill made me uncomfortable. My husband and I gave it about 4 hours or 5, giving him plenty of time to download whatever he needed to before we both decided to change it. He then messages my husband asking if he did it just to be petty or mean, to which we both explained to him on text. No, we were just not comfortable with people having 100% access to our Wi-Fi whenever they wanted, especially when they don't pay the bill. It's nothing against you, though. I hope you downloaded what you needed to and can get on your feet.
It's the shade for me. It's like, for someone who doesn't pay the bills, carry on. For bums.
He proceeded to get angry. He didn't say or do anything else. He just got really annoyed, and now whenever he sees us, he rolls his eyes. He also has a bad habit of acting like he's entitled to everything just because this is his dad's property. And even though we pay the Wi-Fi bill, it doesn't help that my uncle coddles him. And over 50 times my cousin has gone to jail for drug abuse or hitting his girlfriend or whatever. Not every time my uncle bails him out.
All the business out there.
And then he swears he's not gonna baby him again. But then gives him a place to live and doesn't help when he gets addicted back on drugs. I'm not shitting on the fact that he's not a drug addict. I've had family besides him that struggled with addiction. I understand how hard it can be, but I also know that being coddled doesn't help, and giving him everything he wants, including money, makes me feel entitled. So that's when we respectfully say no. He throws a fit. Even though we set boundaries respectfully, I still kind of feel like a jerk, so I need to know, am I the asshole?
No.
All right.
You are not the asshole.
Cousin, you need to get up and stop. Okay, so first of all, I agree that Theo needs to stop coddling him. I remember having this conversation with Saul about, if you continue the process of coddling someone, they're not going to want to get up and do anything because everything is given to them. So it's the uncle's fault. But at the same time, what did it say? You guys are living under the uncle's property? Right?
Yeah. No, it's basically like a duplex, it looks like, or something. And it's like multiple houses on one property. Mm-hmm. And the homeboy or the cousin or the drug addict is in one area. And because they decided to get Wi-Fi, they're like, well, give me your password. No. Especially Cox. Like, the more users, the more Wi-Fi usage get used. Yeah. And then at the end of the month, it gets slow, unless you have like unlimited or something, Yeah. And each person that signs on uses that juice. And no, For a crackhead? No. Sorry. No. No offense. No offense if anybody's a crackhead, but.
Yeah, no, I think he's right. You don't have to give anybody your Wi-Fi. If you're paying for it, then that's on you, boo. But it is one of those things where it's like, okay, you're going to be dealing with that cousin,
You cannot bully me into my Wi-Fi password. Okay, you want to roll your eyes? I will roll them back.
B's a little bit more aggressive than I am. I would just kind of like, it's one of those things like you're living in your uncle's property. That is his son. So,
but the entitlement, that's what it gets.
No, but that's the thing too. Let's call this guy Dale, right?
Dale
the drug
Dale
user.
Denton.
Dale's the drug user. Okay.
So you have the arrangement with his father, your Theo, like. So,
yes.
He doesn't have any right to guilt trip you into giving him the Wi-Fi. He needs to get a job. He needs to take accountability for himself. I would actually double down. I say if you already had this confrontation, change the name of your password to like "fuck you, Dale." And I say just double down on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he shouldn't have any right to.
No, I agree. I think that Dale over here is so used to getting everything handed to him that him rolling his eyeballs at his cousin is like, oh, well, my daddy owns this place, so.
Oh, okay.
So
I know.
like,
there's so many things that could come
but
at.
What I'm saying is that, like, if it's a continuous thing, like if Dale is bothering you over and over, then it's time for you to go find somewhere else, because obviously the uncle is not going to pick you between his son. Like, he has his son. And the uncle's going to make sure. I'm just saying, like, if it's bothering you that much, get up and go. Like, that's their drama.
But they are getting hooked up, like, for cheaper.
No, they are.
So I will handle.
So
I will deal with
just stay in your own
the crackhead in the meantime.
Just kind of, deal with it for the meantime. Just keep to your own self. And I say, do change the name of your Wi-Fi. Get creative with it.
Oh, yeah, I know,
Dale
right?
sucks.
Fuck you, pay. No. Fuck you, pay me.
Yeah, something like that.
You need to put in on this.
You guys are horrible. Guys, thank you for tuning in. I think I was talking so much about what happened in Cancun that I took the topic out.
But it's all good.
Yeah.
That was a good topic.
I know. Your face was like,
no, I was like the listener. I'm like, hold on, let me take this off real quick. Yeah, I'm so shocked.
Episode 8, guys. Thank you so much. Tune in for next week. Hopefully the other mic gets here so we can have our people ready to go.
Yes, two guests, guys. So stay tuned. It's gonna be fun
with Sound Guy too.
Well, yeah, Sound Guy's not a guest though.
No,
he's just family.
I'm in the back.
No, but you're part of the trio.
Yeah,
you're the trio plus 2.
Yeah. He's back, guys.
We're a throuple.
Yeah. Hey, let me tell you, it feels so nice you being here because not getting up. And
I was about to be like, you know what, Yaya, we're gonna have to go back and forth. I'm tired of this
just
shit.
Just like tag you're it. So,
but thank you.
Literally, the only job I have is to push a button. That's all you guys
you know what?
You
don't understand that. That is so much more help.
Gosh. So, guys, thank you so much on chilling and
chismeando. I think they gays.
Not my poor Max.
All the gays out there, thank you for listening.
Stay tuned till next week. All right.
Bye.
Bye.